Novak, it's great to see you back, first of all, in Indian
Thank
Wells.
you.
We'll whisper it quietly, but it's 20 years since you started out here.
Yes, sir.
For the first time. How proud are you, first, of that longevity, but also just of still being so competitive?
Well, I'm proud. Of course I am. I mean, I'm putting in a lot of effort and time into trying to maintain my body and obviously still have that motivation to compete at the highest level. Indian Wells has always been one of the favorite tournaments, favorite locations to come to for me, and I think for many other players. Tennis paradise, deservedly named that way. We see why. I mean, people are so respectful and passionate about tennis here, and you can feel that in every step, whether it's practice courts, when you're playing, and that's the kind of spirit that gets you going. And really, you know, there's always a group of tournaments that are your favorite ones, and for me, definitely Indian Wells is one of them. So happy to be here. To 20 years, yes, 10 years since my last title here in 2016. I had some great years as one of the best tournaments, most successful tournaments I had in the first 10 years of my career. The last 10 years, I haven't had a great result, but you know, I keep on coming back and trying it once more.
Congratulations as well on a great Australian Open campaign.
Thank you.
Pretty remarkable that you're still so competitive at these big events, playing so little tennis in between.
Right.
What is the secret for you to making that work?
Well, I had a very good off-season block of preparing my body, my mental side, and really doing everything I possibly can in order to build so that I can arrive to Melbourne 100%, or whatever 100% for me is at the moment. And you know, I haven't managed to win against Alcaraz and Sinner in Grand Slams in 25, but I reached semis of every Grand Slam and then lost to them. So it was quite a great experience for me to beat Yannick in 5 sets and be part of one of the most remarkable matches I was part of, really, honestly, particularly lately in any Grand Slam. And then you know, play another close match with Carlos, who was just too good in the end. But overall, amazing start of the year, finals of an Australian Open with, as you said, not too many tournaments at all. But I think it's also Grand Slams that really evoke this kind of motivation in me, and just it's like when I walk out in Grand Slams, I'm kind of like different player, to be honest. I prepare myself better than to any other tournament, and just I love playing also best of 5. Even though, you know, things are different physically nowadays, but still I feel like, you know, I'm comfortable going the distance with whoever, and yeah, it was great. Yeah, good. I mean, it's nice to be in America again, and Indian Wells, obviously one of the 2 Sunshine doubles. So I've had a fair amount of success in this tournament, and it has always been one of my favorite tournaments to visit. And I think I'm not the only player, honestly, with the great weather, facilities, just where we are, location, and you know, proximity to LA. You know, one of the best cities to visit, and the history of the event, tennis paradise. Is really a tennis paradise here, so I mean, rightfully named that way. So, you know, I'm enjoying myself, and hopefully I can have a good tournament.
Questions, please? Yeah, Rory Carroll with Reuters. Serena Williams has entered the doping protocol again.
Coming back.
Is she coming back?
Is she coming back?
What do you think? Yeah, that's it. What do you think? Is she going to come back?
She's coming back. I don't know. I haven't spoken to her, but I think, I mean, I'm not, I guess the sentiment is that she's coming back, and where and how, singles, doubles, we don't know. And if I'm in her position, I would hide it too. But it's, yeah, everybody is excited, and it's definitely something that is very highly anticipated. So, you know, let's see.
Do you think Wimbledon would be a good date?
I picked that one as well as her comeback, but yeah, I don't know. I think she might maybe play a doubles tournament or two with Venus. That would be nice to see, just from my point of view, and tennis fans for sure. Yeah, I mean, she's one of the greatest athletes, really. So it's great to. It would be great to have her back. Do you want to answer as well?
No. I was just saying one question. Richard.
Novak, when you first got into the sport, you had visions of maybe #1 winning Wimbledon. You've gone on to rewrite the record books, but you're still pushing on. And I wondered if you talk about it. It seems like you're playing for something bigger than all of that to still prove yourself. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, obviously they're different. I mean, I've talked about this in the last couple of years, obviously, as I have received many more frequent questions about, you know, how long do I want to play for, what do I play for, etc. Of course, you know, their objectives and goals, they're always there. You know, you want to win, so you want to get another title and get another slam, hopefully. And I was close in Australia, and obviously that was an amazing start of the year for me, you know, considering that I haven't been able to reach the finals since the Wimbledon 2024, and you know, lost to either Sinner or Alcaraz all of the slams last year. So it was just incredible feeling to be able to beat Sinner in 5 sets, you know, in one of the epic matches that I played in recent times in Australia. And then have another great match with Carlos, who was just too good in the end. But you know, for me, that has been a phenomenal result. So, you know, I have proven to myself primarily and to others that I can still compete at the highest level and beat these guys. You know, so my logic is, why not, you know, keep going as long as I have that fire and flair and quality and also motivation to do that. So schedule is unclear as it was in the last kind of couple of years. You know, it kind of revolves mostly around slams, but I kind of pick and choose where I want to play, where I feel like it's not just from a tennis standpoint, but also emotionally, you know, brand-wise or whatever it is, you know, that inspires me to come, and I have my reasons, you know. And Indian Wells, as I mentioned, has been always a location that I was really happy to come back to, and a tournament that I really love playing. I haven't had great results and performances in the last 10 years, but in the first 10 years of my career, this was one of the best tournaments. So yeah, that's all. I mean, I really enjoy the the thrill of competition. I enjoy still, you know, getting out there in front of the fans and really being competitive. Still, you know, number 3 of the world, so I don't think it's too bad, you know, in terms of the ranking and results and performances. So still competitive. I still have that edge, and I'll keep on going as long as I feel like it.
Novak, obviously great performance in Australia. How are you feeling physically coming into this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, as good as you can feel, but it's kind of management on a daily basis, really. I think my base that was developed and built in the preseason is very good. It's, as good as it has been in the last maybe 3-4 years. But obviously season is long, and you know, you try to adapt as you go along, and there's always something surfacing that you have to address and deal with. Thankfully, nothing major that, you know, would keep me away from competing in this tournament. In contrary, actually, I feel good. You know, I feel good. There's, as I said, there's always something that you have to deal with and manage, but generally feeling good.
Last two.
Hi, Novak. Robson, how many times?
I know you very well.
Thank you. I just have a question about Leonard Tien. You played him a year ago, or last year at the US Open, and I know you're a student of the game, and you probably keep an eye on some young players. I'm just curious if you monitor progress and what do you think of his game?
I think he's a very talented player. I've played him in US Open last year, and obviously I think it was the first time maybe night session for him, so maybe he wasn't playing as good as he can play, or that he has played in some matches that he has won against Medvedev, for example, in the last couple of years in Australia that we've seen, or Miami for that matter last year. You know, he has had some great performances, and he's still very young. You know, I think him, Fonseca, these guys that's Mensik, that's the generation. I don't know if they're same age or maybe 1 year someone is a year younger, a year older. But I think Fonseca got a lot of spotlight, which is nice for him. But I think the other guys deserve that too, because of the results and everything that have been showing, in the last couple of years, particularly in the last 12 months. So Tien has Michael Chang in his corner, who is obviously one of the all-time greats and Grand Slam winner, and someone that has been on top of the game and understands, also as I think he's the youngest ever Grand Slam winner on the men's side with 16 or 17 that he won Roland Garros. So he understands the pressures that come into play when you're so young, and then you reach that height, and then you have that platform that you still haven't maybe matured in your game or emotions or everything that goes around that. So I'm sure that he gives him a great counsel and guidance. So it seems like he's putting a good team around himself, and he's got he's from America, and he's got the great support of the USTA and the whole thing that goes with it. So he has all the preconditions or precursors of becoming a really good tennis player. So it's really up to him now, and time will tell.
Last one.
Hi, Anastasia from Ground Pass Podcast. I saw today that you launched a new sort of recovery sleeves for your arm and knee, and I feel like your longevity of your career has been attributed to the way you recover and your ability to sort of recover the best way. Why did you go ahead with launching something like this, and what does it actually do?
Well, Incrediwear already existed, it's just that we launched a line, my personal line today. So it's a very unique technology. Actually, it's not like the other wearables that you have around and have seen around. This is, if I can narrow it down to a simple explanation, it's like an infrared wearable. So they have a nanotechnology, and it's doing great wonders, speeding up the anti-inflammatory processes and recovering the cells, the muscles, obviously everything that inflames during the physical activity. And for us athletes particularly, but not only athletes, it's super important. And I'm just proud of that partnership. And as you mentioned, it kind of is right down the alley that I'm the most comfortable with in terms of my passion, in terms of how I want to develop my brand and my businesses, and my investments. The wellness, longevity, health space is something I deeply care about. Something that is also very authentic and close to me, as I live it on a daily basis and try to be the kind of a testament or an example of the products or the businesses or brands that I'm part of, partnering or setting up or launching. And I think nowadays, with so many, products and companies and brands out there, it's not easy to navigate. What's good and what's authentic and original, and what's made or created or developed with high integrity. So I feel like that one of the best ways is to have an ambassador or partner or whoever that is a face that really embodies that. So I try to do that, and not just because of the businesses, but because I've done that throughout my entire career. And that's actually, that kind of philosophy is the very reason why I'm still competing at this high level and being able to compete at the at the highest possible tennis professional level.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.